Welcome to this video. A sneaker is our opponent. Okay, let's see. Sneaky bishop c4. Maybe he wants to mate me with queen h5. Let's see. We just develop and avoid this tricky mate, so to say. What I want to do now is to do a passive opening. Let's see. Okay, he already threatens something like knight to g5. So we jump to the Italian game where knight g5 now is the normal move, where I will play d5. He doesn't play knight g5. Okay. Yeah, the question is if you just do the normal bishop c5 or a bit more passive bishop e7. Okay, let's do bishop c5. Bishop is more active here. It's also eyeing on the king. Yeah, and he plays. Okay, I saw this move here recently. And I think I remember that it was played like d6. So it's passive, my setup, but I don't want to open lines against the evens gambit, where white often has some nice attacking chances, and I don't mind exchanging some pieces here. So maybe even knight to e5 here. This attacks the knight and the bishop and protects f7 at the same time. So yeah, this is exactly what I would like to see, because I can simply castle, and if you count the pawns, I'm a pawn up, and there are little attacking chances for white here. There's just there's some pressure on f7. But, well, I mean, I can even think about playing later on bishop g5 to h5, g6 to put pressure on e4. I need just to take care a bit about my pawn here on b7. I think I will put the queen on c7 to protect the pawn here, and as well the pawn on b7. So it's a bit passive, that's true, but I mean, I'm a pawn up, and I will try to exchange some pieces later on. What I can also do is playing queen b6, but if I were white, I just would play then rook b1, and I didn't win anything with playing queen b6. So yeah, let's just put the queen here on c7. Where do I want to put my bishop? That's a big question. I could try something like bishop g4 as said, but I'm not sure about this bishop here on g6 later on. Okay, there is huge defensive power here, but okay, in this case, however, I think I should really try this, because I would be very happy to get rid of this knight. I would just want to exchange pieces to come to an end game, and in the end game I'm a pawn up. Then if he plays knight g5, I then can just play bishop h5, and where does this knight want to go if I kick it away again? So so if you compare this position to position earlier, it's just the same position, but my bishop is already out. So I want a bit of time, and I can now put my rook here on c8. Even if he plays something on f3, I can even think about playing bishop c8, but my rooks are connected. So yeah, this should be good for me. If he plays f3, I can also later on just play queen b6 with a check, and then exchange queens. What I can also do is just improving the position here of my bishop with bishop c5, but at the moment I think it doesn't really, it's not in a hurry. So I play bishop c8, and protecting this pawn, so my queen is also flexible. Yeah, and here I thought I'd just try to exchange some more minor pieces. So bishop e3, I would be very happy. I want to avoid him playing bishop g5. This is a pin I really don't like to see. Okay, so I'm not afraid about a double pawn here. I think it would be even good for me because then the a file is open. What I can also do is playing b5 and bishop e6. At the moment he's just threatening to enter here, then playing bishop f7 check. I wonder if it's a problem that I give him the open d file. So if I take here, he takes back with the rook, and then playing b5, bishop e6. I mean the crucial squares are protected, but his pieces would be quite active. I could also play maybe queen f2, because then he cannot take, because I will just take here. But you know what, I do this, I need to take care about my time a bit, and then I will play b5, bishop e6, just to develop my pieces here very quick. He doesn't have that many squares for his queen to be more active afterwards, so having said this, was maybe queen b4 an idea. But it doesn't help him really. So I like my position. I want to grab some space here, and maybe rook to d8. There is no, dangerous move with this pawn, with this bishop. If he takes with the queen, I can even take this pawn, right? I don't see a dangerous mating threat or something. So I'm 2 pawns up, and now I think this pawn here will be the winner of the game. So I will just push my pawns. c5, c4, b3, and so on. So very easy plan. But my king is safe, so I don't see what white can do. You can also see that here my king is really safe, and here these pieces are not well coordinated. The knight doesn't have that many squares. He could take here now on a5, but yeah, that's okay. My pawns are very strong, and I think I just move them forward. Here we go. Still I can run. The bishop here is very strong. Yeah, but this is I mean, the next pawn will move. Let's get rid of this knight here. Yeah. Maybe he could have played something to attack here and try to give me a perpetual, but okay, he doesn't even try this. Okay, yeah, so I mean, from this game I think one can see how, I mean, a long-term strategy in this game was, because I was a pawn up, to exchange pieces. here he sacrificed a pawn, which often leads to, you know, sharper game, and I was not afraid to exchange queens here. So if he takes and I take back with a knight, I was just aiming to exchange as many pieces as possible, because I mean, why did white sacrifice his pawn? He wanted to attack me and to have this advantage in development and so on. But if you exchange some pieces, there's less attacking power, and this is what I exactly tried. And then I was also trying, you know, just to reach an endgame, because in the endgame I'm simply a pawn up. And if you look at the position here a bit later, like let's say here, there is no structural advantage for white, or there's not even initiative or something. He's just a pawn down. So I will exchange pieces here even more, and yeah, this worked out quite nicely. So yeah, if you are, you know, a piece up or a pawn up, and white has some initiative, just try to exchange some pieces and to reach an endgame, so to win the game. Thanks for watching.